Hey everyone, it's Janet, also known as the Nerdy Autism Mom. I'm not going anywhere with the kids today because lucky me, I get to work. It's my weekend to close as a supervisor on the front end, so that's what I'm doing today and tomorrow. So I get to go into work and close at like 11 something at night. And of course, I'm feeling under the weather. I'm not used to doing these long shifts anymore. I'm used to doing the 5 hours, 7 till noon. So this is gonna be rough. I woke up in a lot of pain. Didn't sleep well because my nose was very stuffed. So yeah, anyway, I'm just going to get myself a coffee so I can hopefully stay awake through the evening and then work. I did want to mention though that last night there was another instance where I wish I was recording because I don't really want to show the negative, like just the negative sides of autism. I want to show all the sides of autism. There's positives, there's negatives. Well, I mean, really, it's just like anybody else. But anyway, I wish I was recording last night at the kids' bedtime because Leander was falling asleep on my lap, which is very, very rare, and of course getting him up today, I think he's actually catching something as well. He hasn't eaten anything yet. But anyway, he was falling asleep on my lap, so I put him to bed before I put Ryu to bed. I usually put them to bed together. But doing that threw off the routine for Ryu. Leander was way too tired to care. Basically, he was falling asleep. He woke up long enough for me to carry him up to his bed, tuck him in, and then turn over with his thumb in his mouth and go to sleep. So anyway, but it totally threw off Ryu's routine, where I will go in, brush Leander's teeth in the bathroom while Ryu is jumping on his bed. And then once I get Leander into his bedroom and get him all tucked in and everything, then Ryu will go in and jump on my bed and be doing the one little monkey jumping on the bed routine. And then he goes into the bathroom and we get his teeth brushed and everything. But anyway, with Leander already in bed, it totally threw off his routine, and he started to have just a mini meltdown. It wasn't anything huge. It wasn't, I mean, I've dealt with way worse meltdowns than that. I'm very lucky with my kids right now. Both of them, when they were very little, they both had their bouts of serious meltdowns where I'm like, I have no idea what the F to do. But now, actual meltdowns are very few and far between. The last meltdown that I had to deal with was a day that they were supposed to have a visit with their dad, and Ryu really didn't want to go. So anyway, I'm not gonna get into the ins and outs of that, but anyway, I kept asking him if he wanted to go, and he kept saying no, and it got him that upset to the point where I had to brush him. It's an occupational therapy thing. For those of you who don't know, it's just a little plastic brush with soft plastic bristles, and you brush their arms and their legs, and it's a soothing kind of thing. Excuse me. Anyway, he got calmed down. It probably took about half an hour. But that was the last meltdown I had to deal with, and that was a while ago. And then any meltdown before then, I don't even remember when it was or what it was about. So I got very, very lucky with my boys when it comes to the meltdown aspect, because I really don't have to deal with it too much. They're great getting up. They're great going to school. They're usually pretty good with going out if I have to go anywhere and take them with me. There was a little bit of a freak out one time when we went to the post office recently, but it really wasn't that bad, and it was just Leander. Ryu was fine. Ooh, it's my turn to order coffee. Tim Hortons.
Good morning. Can I take your order?
Hi, can I get a large dark roast triple, please? Yep. Thank you. So yeah, anyway, that's been a very big blessing for me, especially being a single mom. I do have help. I do have live-in help. He's my best friend. You will not see him on camera. He's very camera shy, so I won't be putting him on camera out of respect for him. But he does help me. The kids love him. He loves them. It's a very good setup. He helps me. I don't have to pay him. He lives there. I feed him, stuff like that. So it's a really good setup. It works out well for both of us. And the kids are all the better for it. One second, gotta pay for my coffee now.
Very small, 2 milk littles. $1.60, $2.15.
My debit, please.
Thank you. There you go. Have a good day.
You too. So yeah. Anyway, now it's off to work I go. But yeah, I do wish that I had gotten that on there. Even today, the kids aren't used to me working evenings anymore, so when they see me, especially Ryu, in my work uniform, it really upsets him. He does get over it pretty quickly when he realizes I'm not going right away. But it wasn't really a meltdown per se today, but when I got up and my uniform was on and everything, and Leander didn't really care too much. He started crying when I went out the door, which is his norm. Usually Ryu, it's when he sees me in my uniform. Leander, it's when I go out the door without him. But yeah, there was that little bit of a sadness there, and it always breaks my heart too, because this is why I switched to the 7 till noon shifts through the week, because it didn't make sense to me to continue to work evenings and have to leave for work like 15 minutes after they get home from school and then not see them all evening. I'd see them for like an hour a day at most through the week, and I don't like that. I mean, I love my kids, and I just, I didn't have my kids for somebody else to raise them, for me to work at some piss poor minimum wage job. So I switched my schedule, but where I do still have the supervisory role, everyone in that role has their weekend rotation. So I do have to do this weekend closing rotation generally once a month or once every month and a half or something like that, depending on how many people we have that work as supervisors. So, and I'm okay with that. I mean, it's the weekend, so it's not like they're coming home from school and I get to see them for 15 minutes before I leave. So that's the difference between working the weekends and working through the week. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. At least with tomorrow, it's after 8 o'clock rather than 11. And this is the thing of it too, is I'm so used to being in bed no later than 10:30 now. Because of these super early morning shifts, I don't know how I'm going to survive doing this, especially not feeling that great. But we'll see. And it's kind of ucky outside. It's like I guess it's like your regular October type of day. Anyway, so that's what I have planned for the weekend. So I guess that's it for now. I might do something for tomorrow, but anyway, until then, have a great day, guys. Bye. Hey guys, so I didn't make it through the night at work. It's very dark in here. It's just after 7. Anyway, I didn't make it through the night. I'm not going in tomorrow. I've been replaced for tomorrow. So I just dropped off a coworker. It was the end of his shift and he's not feeling too well either. And he lives close, so I figured I'd be nice and give him a ride home. So I'm gonna go home, snuggle with my poor sickly Leander for about an hour or so, or whenever he decides to fall asleep. Poor thing, I was told that he was a little feverish after I'd already gotten to work, so go snuggle with him for a little bit. Hope he feels a little bit better. I'm gonna take his temperature and make sure he's not hospital temperature worthy. He's usually pretty fine though. He makes it out pretty well. For whatever reason, these kids are really good when it comes to illness, which is good for me, less stressful for me, less stressful for them. So I'm gonna go home and relax. Have a good night, everybody, and maybe see you tomorrow. Take care.